They're very atmospheric. We were talking about how you can listen to this record driving.
Yeah, it's a great record for kind of driving through the desert at night too or something.
Right, it's KROQ. We've got the Pet Shop Boys in the studio. Now, Michelle, you had a question you wanted to ask them. When you first listened to the album, you wanted to ask Chris and Neil a question about the lyrics.
Oh, yeah. I wanted
You have to get the mic. It's over here. Take your headphones off.
I wanted to know, Neil, when you wrote these lyrics to all the songs on this particular album, are you writing about your past experiences, or are they just something you...
In the main, they're about my past experiences, yeah. I mean, it covers a lot of my life, really, you know, being boring, it's about growing up, leaving Newcastle, dreaming about what you want to do and kind of ending up doing it, and so there's a lot of that. Some of them so hard is about two people we know, it's about their relationship.
That's right. More on jealous, because the words are just great.
Jealousy.
Exactly.
Yes.
And on the other album, actually, I Want to Wake Up. I mean, the words are just great.
Thank you.
There's actually I wish you had printed the lyrics so I could get this exactly right. There was a line in there which said, "I never dreamed I would become the creature I've become."
Never dreamt that I would get to be the creature that I always meant to be.
That's the words, yeah. I knew they were there somewhere.
I can remember them. Yeah, well, you know, when I was growing up in Newcastle, I used to tell everyone I was going to become a pop star, and at the same time, I kind of didn't think I would, but it was what I always wanted to do because I always wrote songs, and then I met Chris, we had the Pet Shop Boys, and you know, so I became what I wanted to do. There's not a lot of people get to do that, I don't think, in life, to do what they want to do.
Does it amaze you looking back to see not only did you become pop stars, but how successful you've become? I mean, the press writes about you as millionaires, they write about you as... No, they do. I mean, you see it...
It's embarrassing, isn't it?
in your smash hits, you see that all the time. They write about, you know, the number of number ones you've got. You know, books like this annually come out, and you look at the amount of records you've released. I mean, it's staggering. I mean, this is two years old. You look at that and the track records. Are you amazed at what you've done?
Yeah. Yeah. I never thought anything like this would happen. It's very strange when... You know, for instance, I was training to be an architect and everything, and you're quite happy doing that, and then, you know, kind of, you end up as a pop star, and it's pretty weird, really. It's like, it's not as if it's you. It's pretty strange.
Well, we're going to go back in time and play West End Girls. We'll play the remix, which is on the EMI album. I know there's like 9,000 different remixes, everything from West End Sunglasses through to the original Bobby O mix.
So this is the Shep Pettibone mix, is it?
Yep, and tell me about, you know, the success that this came, you know, how this song came about, because, I mean, it was like a 2-year gestation period, right?
Well, there was the original version we did with Bobby O in New York in '83, which came out the following year, which is the one KROQ was playing in '84. And because then when we signed to EMI, we thought, let's remake it, because we always thought it should get another chance, and that was the one that did it.
Chris and Neil Tennant in studio, Pet Shop Boys. That's West End Girls, the song that really started it all. And you see that as your first song as well, do you?
Yeah, that was that was the first hit, you know.
Yeah, because for so many groups, we say, "Oh, this was your first song." Like, oh no, we had 9 albums before that.
No, that was because it was our first single twice. it was the first thing we ever released, and then it was the first hit we ever had.
Okay, now you guys are so big that the word of you doing an interview here has leaked to England. So we're going to go live by phone right now to England, to Leeds and Air FM and Carl Kingston. Hi, Carl, you're on the air at KROQ.
Hi, Richard. How are you? Hi to Neil and Chris as well.
Hello there.
I'll actually tell you guys that this coming Saturday, Air FM in Leeds is the official Pet Shop Boys station, and we're playing music from you guys throughout the course of the day and giving away stacks of goodies as well.
Great.
It's quite a coincidence that we link up with Richard and find out that you're in the studio at the same time.
That's amazing. That's great.
Do you have a question with them? Well, you're live on the air in Los Angeles right now, Carl.
Well, okay, question for you. You're up to album number 5. How do you feel that you've progressed musically yourselves from your own point of view, from, say, the first album to the 5th?
Chris is squirming at this question. I think, I think we've kind of got better at what we do. When we first started making records, we didn't really know how to do anything, to be quite honest, and which is good because it means you've got a fresh approach. And I think we still have quite a fresh approach, but I think we've got maybe more sophisticated about and more subtle about how we make records. But we're still into dance music. Sometimes I think we haven't progressed at all because we still like dance music. We still like electronic dance music. But I think this album kind of sounds slightly more moody and personal, which maybe is how we felt at the time.
All right, Carl, we're going to...
Are you still apprehensive every time you release an album? Are you always apprehensive about the reviews and the critics' sort of comments about the album?
Yeah, I mean, this album's had pretty good reviews. I don't know, I always like the good reviews and ignore the bad reviews. So, it's not so much what the critics think as what the public think, what your friends think and whether people are going to like it. It's... I mean, you have to be a bit nervous about it.
Yeah, I think I prefer bad reviews, really, because the idea I always thought was to wind up the critics and kind of challenge what they kind of thought. And so if you get a good review, I'm not so sure if you've succeeded.
All right, Carl...
Well, you haven't got any bad reviews in the West Yorkshire area because, as I say, this coming Saturday, we are the official Pet Shop Boys station, so we're going to be playing stacks of music from you guys.
That's
and giving away
fabulous.
stacks of goodies as well.
Can you tape the show?
Can you take...
Yeah, we will do.
Great.
Take the show and
You have a good
send it to
time in
us.
LA. How long are you actually staying over there?
We're staying here till Monday.
All right, thanks, Carl. We're going to
Have
have
a
to
good
take
day.
some KROQ listeners right now, and I'll speak to you later, mate. Call me at home.
Bye.
Okay, cheers. Bye.
All right, bye. All right, that's Carl Kingston from RFM Leeds. So,
Wow.
is that kind of weird for you to think that different radio stations all around the world do different things when a new album comes out?
Well, I'm always amazed at the, communication that there is available at the moment,
When I'm somewhere...
I can't believe there's phones in the aeroplanes. That's what I can't believe.
I don't believe when I'm somewhere
one
like
uses
here...
them, though, do they?
You can't believe that kind of England still exists while you're here, because you don't really think about when you exist. It's so different here.
Right. Yeah, it's really amazing to think how it's like a global community now.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah,
It is.
we've all got our fax machines.
All right, let's go to LA right now. Hi, you got a question for Chris O'Neill?
Yep.
Yep.
Hello, hi. This is Brian
live.
Escobar. I want to congratulate you guys on an excellent show last night. And I have a question on you as far as electronic. Do you have any more, or want to have any more involvement with them? And you guys did a really good thing together.
Yeah, well, there's another track that we've written with them, which is going to be on their album, which is called Patience of a Saint. But actually, we'd really like to work with them again, because they're really good fun,
Yeah.
Have a right laugh with them. And it's quite good, because they live in Manchester, which is quite happening at the moment, so...
What
good.
type of a venue do you want to play? Large? Or are you going to do like an enclosed, or...
When we come on the tour, we're going to do several nights in a theatre, because we're doing a theatrical show, and it's the first time we'll have been here, with a big production. I think it'd be nice to do it in a theatre for a few nights.
All right, let's go down to Orange County right now. Hi, who's this?
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air at KROQ.
Hi, you took my question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, think of another one. I'll put you back on hold, all right,
Okay.
darling? All right, there you go. Hi, who's this? There's only one question in the world. It's like, we've run out of song titles, now we've run out of questions. Hi, who's this?
This Brian?
Hi, Brian. Do you have a different question?
Yeah, I do.
Good.
What do you guys think of that song KLF versus the Pet Shop Boys?
Brilliant. Well, we put it out.
We asked KLF to do a remix of So Hard, and what they did is a kind of a cover version. They sampled the riff from So Hard, and they kind of did a new version of it. And I had to go into the studio and sing some new vocals because they put it into a different key. And we really, really love it, actually. Why? What do you think of it?
Well, I think it's great. What do you guys think of the whole Acid House Manchester scene?
Well, Acid House and Manchester aren't, necessarily synonymous. I mean, Manchester's kind of taken it on board as if they invented it, but actually it started in Ibiza and then came to London and then eventually worked its way up to Manchester. But I think it's really good. The dance scene's really good. I love the music, and it's all electronic and pumping. It's really, I think it's great.
One of those sounds that came out of the Spanish discos, right, for the Europeans on the holiday.
It started off with the Balearic Islands, the Balearic beat and everything, and then it eventually came over to England.
All right, one more question here. Let's go to the Valley this time. Hi, who's this?
Hi, this is Jim.
Hi, Jim. You're live on KROQ, the Pet Shop Boys.
Oh, cool. About 3 years ago, I went and got my record signed by the Pet Shop Boys at Tower in San Francisco. And I asked when you guys would come around playing live, and you said something to the effect of your sound was too hard to reproduce live. I was just wondering how you decided to come out and do a tour now.
Well, last year we were made this offer to do a tour in Japan, and we thought it would be a good experiment to see how it worked out. And what we did with the music is that we did it like we make records in the studio. We had a mixture of computers, the basic rhythm tracks are all sequenced, and then we had musicians on top of that, which is kind of how we make records in the studio. And it sounds good because, live electronic music played live and really loud sounds fantastic. You don't really get to hear it that much. We didn't use any tapes or anything like that. So, I mean, we just had the equivalent of what the Pet Shop Boys were on the studio playing live. All the computers were there playing live. We were there singing live, and Chris was playing live, and it sounds pretty good. We also think, though, that maybe we change the songs a little bit, because there's actually no point in just trying to recreate a studio sound. So we do little different things with them as well.
All right. I'm going to play another cut from Behaviour here before we go to commercials. Can you stick around for a few more minutes?
Yep. Sure.
We're just talking about gigs that they might go to this weekend, but we can't announce that on the radio because then they would be mobbed, right?
But we like being mobbed.
Oh, well, maybe we will. It's KROQ.
Tonight at 8.
The Actually album and play What Have I Done to Deserve This is one of my favourites still. It still sounds good when you play it in the clubs. Do you like this one? Does this hold up for you?
Yeah, well, of course it's got Dusty on it, and it was the start of our relationship with Dusty. We've now done half an album with her, in fact.
Right, the Scandal stuff, right?
That's right.
KROQ. You spend more time talking about other artists than yourself. Most bands, even when the mic's off, they're talking about themselves, saying how great they are. You guys are saying how great other people are.
Well, we're music fans, We like, we just talk about Whitney Houston's new single. We're kind of interested in what goes on in pop music. We like it all.
All right. Now, we're going to play one more cut from Behaviour right after the commercials, and it'll be your choice. But just before we break, I want to ask you, what do you think of Blasphemous Rumours from Depeche Mode? I ask you that because of the review inside the singles. Have you changed your opinion over the years?
Do you know, it's not one of my favourite Depeche Mode songs. I always thought it was kind of didn't make the point really very well. This album, when we were recording in Munich, we had the new, it's not that new now, but the new album, and we must have listened to it about 100 times driving between Munich and Hell to my studio. And I personally thought it was the first time this album, Depeche Mode, made an album where every cut was really, really good.
Yeah.
And the good ones were really good. Like Enjoy the Silence, just the
really
best thing
fabulous.
I've ever done, I think.
Really, really
Did
fabulous.
Martin or Dave or Andy or Alan ever rag on you at Dodger Stadium for that particular review?
No.
Actually, we kind of know them a bit because they came to my birthday party in London last year, and they're just, Nice,
yeah. I think they took it. It wasn't a bad review. It was more of an observation.
It was kind of funny, yeah. And Dave Garn came he watched the electronic set at the Dodger Stadium, and he was saying he watched it from the press box.
He watched it with us. He came up.
That's right. Yeah. And he came backstage the next night and said how much he enjoyed it, and also how he thought it was amazing. He had all these different styles of pop music. He said it was like a history of 1980s pop music on stage.
All right, we're going to pay a couple of bills, and then we'll be back, and you'll get to choose anything you want from Behaviour.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you folks listening tonight if you have a chance at Premiere in Pasadena. Come on down, it's KROQ night. It's going to be a real good one. It's going to be packed with people. Last week it was just turn-away time. About 150 people didn't get in, so if you get a chance, get there. The doors open at 9, Premiere tonight. Guys, we're going to ask you to tell the famous Depeche Mode Pet Shop Boys story, which never actually got told on the radio.
I think this is dates, excuse me, when I was at Smash Hits, and I was sent on tour with Depeche Mode to do a story about them. And Depeche Mode always had the reputation in Britain of being kind of a clean pop group. And when I went on this tour and saw the show, and Martin Gore was wearing this leather skirt, and I came back and I said, yeah, this is an amazing shirt completely. I think they've got this outrageous kind of leather, pervy image. It's unbelievable. We've got to put it on the cover. And so Eric Watson did this really shadowy picture of them. And it really changed the perception of them in Britain. Their press officer in Britain told me that after that, everyone was phoning up, the NME, and people were phoning up saying can we do a session like this with Depeche Mode? And it was the first time in Britain people seemed to be aware of them as a completely different kind of group.
So if it hadn't been for the cover of Smash Hits and the leather skirts, then...
Well, funny enough, Depeche Mode hates Smash Hits. I read an interview they were going on about they wish they'd never spoken to Smash Hits, but which I don't take personally. But in fact, I think they're wrong. I think they've got it. I actually think that they've got it wrong, because I think that really changed the perception. And in those days, Smash Hits was a kind of a braver magazine. Nowadays, it's more just pop. Yeah. In those days, they would do something pretty daring like that.
All right, well, we're going to leave with a track from Behaviour, which is available at record stores everywhere. I know, because we went out and bought a copy to have for today. You guys will look forward to seeing you on tour next year.
It'll be April, I think.
Yeah. It's going to be great. I'm really excited about that. And hopefully you'll come to one of my gigs this weekend. We can't say where.
Yeah, maybe Saturday.
Yeah, maybe Saturday. Clap Sensations. Okay, there's some happy people listening right now. Okay, what cut would you like from the album?
Yeah, we'd like to listen to My October Symphony.
Okay, Johnny Marr on this one, right?
That's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
All right, thanks for coming by.
See you.
Okay, right.